Hey, welcome back everyone. So, yeah, it's Tuesday, and I haven't done much videoing. I don't think any, actually. It's been raining a lot. We were just barely able to see the northern lights. We got a break in the clouds, and it let us see them. So, anyways, yeah. So, what I'm doing here today is, I'll turn you around. So, as you know, in the last, not the last video, because that's, yeah. So 2 videos ago, I talked about putting the solar there. So I have another, I don't know, 5.5 kilowatts sitting down there at the Airbnb. So I'm going to bring that up. So I need, if I calculate it, I need like 12 6x6s, and then I need either 6 or 12, depending on how I do it. 2x8s by 10, 2x8s by 9s, but anyways, so I need those, and then I need all the lumber for the solar kiln. I am not giving up on that. That is something that has to be done. So I was watching Jerry Bigelow this morning, Bigelow Woodcraft, and you know, he's got his act together compared to me. I can tell you that right now. He was tidying up his wood yard around his mill. Well, here's around my mill. It is a disaster. All right. I don't know. When I put this here, it was kind of like a spur of the moment thing, and it's turned into a permanent thing. So, number one, that trailer, 2 flat tires, they don't hold air. I mean, the tread on them's great. I might try to find tubes for them. Then I could rebuild that trailer into something I could use around here. I can't get in here to get this sawdust out, and I don't want to have to be shoveling it. You know, like, what is today? May the, I don't know, 15th, 16th, something like that. Who knows? Anyways, 30 days from now, the 18th, I'm going to be 59 years old. And I got this, and I got a skid steer. That's how we need to remove stuff like this. So, and then my workflow here is horrendous. Like, I watch all the other sawing guys, you know, and I don't watch everybody that just has hydraulic mills. I watch, you know, the guys that have these mills like this, manual mills. And I can only get about 1 to 2 logs a day done just because my workflow is horrible here. You know, I should have taken a picture of this morning when I was up here doing this, but I mean, that whole area onto that trailer was just completely full of edgings and crap like this, which okay, I got the old raging inferno going over there. So I'll push that up in the morning, or go up there and do something with it in the morning, because it'll still be coals. So some long stuff in there. It's trying to rain on me, and so this is looking way better, man. I still need to get underneath here, but yeah. So it's I don't know what time it is, but it's getting late and it's getting dark. This looks like we're supposed to have thunderstorms, so I need to go and feed some animals. I'll get this cleaned up maybe tomorrow or something. Yeah, but welcome back to another day. All right, need to stop saying all right. So, got the fire going. Which amazes me is that stump down there is like 26, 27 inches. I actually caught that stump on fire. That's amazing. So yesterday I was up here and I picked all the garbage up, blah, blah, blah. Got all the stuff from, I don't know, I've had this thing for what, 2 years now? So, here's what's going to happen. You know, normally I show a lot of farming stuff, a lot of animals, but, I mean, the ugly truth is I've got projects that need done, and my workflow here is horrible. And I probably said that yesterday. It's horrible. I have nowhere to stack lumber, I have nowhere to put flitches, I have nowhere to put the cutoff, the rounds. I couldn't even get in here to get rid of my sawdust. So, I've got solar project, I've got the solar kiln. I plan on, right on the other side of this pile of logs, I plan on building a sugar shack. And I'd like to be able to do an outdoor kitchen. I don't know if that's going to happen. So, my workflow's got to change. I'm an old dude. Manual mills, they require you to be efficient. To be efficient, you have to be efficient at what you're doing. So, as you know, if you watch my videos, there's no flat ground here. The only other flat ground would be all the way, if you can see, okay, there's the lower field where my solar kiln is. So this is the upper field, a real steep field. It's called the Peach Orchard. It's been called that ever since I was been alive. Must have been peaches there, but there hasn't been any since I've been alive. But anyways, so at the bottom of that, there is some flat ground. But that is a long ways away. You know, from the house, you're talking 1,000 yards. Well, yeah, 1,000 feet, maybe. 1,000 feet. 1,200 feet. Up through the woods. And honestly, it's no better than here. You still have to clear. You still have to level. And the simple fact that it's 1,200 feet away through the woods that, you know, I mean, it's not on the edge of any of my property up there, but it's, you know, I don't really want the sawmill, you know, away from the house. So, the other thing I'd like to do in this area right here too is, and I'm still considering that, is I want to put the sawmill here, and I want to put a shed over it. And I would like, since, you know, it's manual, I'd like to be able to store my skid steer here. I mean, it doesn't need to be heated and air conditioned. It could just be something that's out of the weather. So, I think this is what I'm going to do. I honestly think this is what I'm going to do. Now, I'm a tree guy, so I like trees. Just because I have a sawmill doesn't mean I hate trees. One of the things that I really liked about doing my milling up here is, in the summer, it's shady. I mean, it's cool. Normally there's always a breeze So if you look right where my mower is, this is going to be a long-winded blah 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 talk. But this clearing that goes through here, this little road, kinda, is my property line. But that is my aunt. All right, so if you were to take a level or a chance at and shoot a line out through there, my aunt's house is like 200 feet. Oh, I'd say no, 150 feet. I'm exaggerating there. I'd say 100 to 150 feet below me. That's how steep this is. Like maple syrup season, wind came up, blew one of my buckets down over there, almost down to the edge of her yard. And I tell you what, I was out of wind. Like, you literally have to climb like a ladder to come back up that thing. It's ridiculous. So, and that's why the deer run that, and nobody, you know, they're pretty safe over there. So, but anyways, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this area right here. So, all right, well, that's quick work for a couple loads in the old Kubota. Go over and get them on the fire. Alright, had to get the Kubota kind of moved away. That is hot. Hot, hot, hot. So check this out. So when I cut this tree down, it was hollow. Look at this. Look who is not happy. They are, how you say, not happy at all. Alright, so battery died. Hopefully I got it on the GoPro. Or the sports camera. I just started using that thing. Had to get it down with the skid steer. So I'm going to take a saw to it and see what we can do. Alright, let's get this thing picked up with the skid steer, put on the fire. It's no good. I mean, that thing there, it's pretty hard to see, but right there is where it was holding. Right there. And I guess I have a piece right there. Man, tough. Tough. And I got a mess on the other side. So we'll get this on fire. Probably gonna call it a night then. I can start knocking stuff down tomorrow. Alright, well, this is the mess I've created so far. So I just give you an example. These things, I was struggling to get these guys out. I mean, you see how big that stump is right there. So I had 3 trees growing out of it. And this one just had the 1. But what's going on is, I mean, you can see, oh geez, like this stump here, here's an old cherry stump. You can see how old that is. And you see how old that one is. Right there. Right? So they were harvested. So all the cherries on this property, I want to say twice. I want to say like once, really long time ago. Like probably, I don't know. I want to say the cherries have been harvested twice on this property. And the last time would have been, see, I was in high school, so 80s. Yeah, in the 80s. So, not sure how old this stump was. Right here. The one with 3 growing out of it. You can see how rotten it is, right? Look how rotten it is. And this had these little dudes here growing out of the side of it. And that one there had nothing growing out of it. Problem is, there's nothing to push on. You know, these trees here, I was trying to, normally like that tree right there, that maple, if you're careful, you know, you can push that tree over and it'll pop the stump right out of the ground. Well, it's all of them. Even that big junky cherry behind there, right? You can push them right out of the ground. You know, if you work at it, get it up high enough with that skid steer, you can push them out of the ground. I mean, I've pushed pretty big trees out of the ground with this thing, but there's no leverage on this thing. I had to dig a pit to get this thing and break these roots off. Oh man, I feel like I'm beating on a machine when I'm doing that. And you can see I broke them all off just trying to keep working at them. So I think now I'm just going to mean, this stuff, for us anyways, these little cherry logs, like these little guys, man, they're just like perfect firewood. No splitting, just cut it and let it dry. So I think I'm just gonna cut this stuff up, and then I'm gonna grab this stuff and take it over and put it on the burn pile. Okay, that's a nice little load in the back of the Kubota. That's like perfect firewood for a stove, so yeah. Alright, well, let's attempt to get these. I don't have my grapple bucket on, I just have that. My grapple bucket is not strong enough to be pushing on trees. That's why the bottom's broke on it. So, yeah, I think we're just going to try to scoop this stuff up, take it down there and put it on fire and see what happens. And I think those three, and then that guy, I might just cut him, push him over. I don't know. It's pretty rotten. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, but there's 2 blue dots on that. That was I don't know how many years ago I had this marked, but it wasn't any good back then. Definitely not any good now. Alright, let me get you on the skid steer and see what we can do. blood in the water for these guys. Like they're sharks. I really like that elm tree. Now they're over here on the cherry tree. Going to town. I think that's it. I think that's all the trees that need to come down, honestly. I have a giant mess to clean up. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh! Hold on. Get out of here. Oh, my knees are stiff. Cramped in that thing. So, 3 maples. This guy, man, he pushed right over compared to that little dude over there. That thing giving me all kinds of grief. But he's out. Got this guy here. Got that stump out. There is a little stump right there I need to get. And then this elm is out. That big stump, that's gone. And then that little guy there. I think that's it. I might take this little one and this little one yet, but I'm not going to push them over right now. So, yeah, oh, that guy's going. He's all tore up from that tree. I'm going to take that one, but I'll clean this up first. And then probably these 2 right here, I'm probably just going to cut them off right there where the wood is. And then I can just stay there like that. Yeah, pretty happy. I should be able to clean this up tomorrow. It's like 5 o'clock now, so I need to go do chores. But yeah, I think more than likely what I'll do is I'll cut these things instead of cutting it up firewood like I just did. I'll probably cut all this stuff into like 8-foot lengths and stack it for later, just so I can get this mess cleaned up. I think that's my goal, depending on the weather. And then I can get all the brush. The fire will still be going tomorrow. I can get some brush going. Okay, well, whoa, my gosh, I'm gonna kill myself. I almost did yesterday with that tree. Freak accident. Did that. Don't ask. Anyways, all the trees are down except for this. Where's he at? Right here. This one. So it's leaning kinda right there. So, and then normally I would just push it over because it's, you know, it's not that big. But look at this thing. all the way down. So you have no idea what it'll do. I mean, I think it'll go that way, but if it hits those, I don't want to damage those trees. I would much rather, you know, I just take it that way, where it doesn't damage anything. So it's going to have to wait until the mill is out of there. But everything is done. Everything is out of here that I want gone. All the stumps are gone. Yeah. But it has rained and rained and, whoa! Oh my gosh, about dropped the camera. It has rained and rained and rained here. So it is just a muddy mess, and it needs to dry out before I can do anything else. I need to level a spot over there, basically from close to that tree out this way, that I can put my mill. And then get rid of this tree. And then hopefully at some point we're going to build a shed on the end of it that way. So, but you can see I still got a fire going, which it poured down rain last night. And I've actually got that pile that I wanted, that I showed earlier in the video. That pile is gone. So, what's the smoke rising is the last of it. So anyways, I think this is going to be the end of the video. So I'm going to start a new video for next week. I got a bunch of brush that I took that I didn't get out of there from last year, that was from this pile. It's just down in the woods. Then I can start taking some trees down and start milling. So, all right, well, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.